And I think the best way to conclude this panel is to say the BPRA is a law focused on creating a public option for a public good that would allow for some measure of justice and mitigating the disproportionate harm that the climate crisis is wreaking on our vulnerable communities. So we demand that the New York State pass the BPRA now. I live in Astoria, a few blocks from major power plants, including a NYPA generating facility that runs on natural gas. Because of the pollution emitted from these power plants, our children have asthma 5 times that of the national average, which leads to various comorbidities as they age. And it has we've stated again and again that the fossil fuel economy disproportionately harms and continues to harm low-income Black, immigrant, and Indigenous communities. And the health costs of air pollution are so massive that just economically speaking, the health costs alone would be worth decarbonizing our entire economy. So the BPRA requires NYPA to phase out fossil fuel plants, like the one a few blocks from me, by 2030. And then maybe when I have a kid in 2030, they wouldn't have to worry about developing asthma. One of the main industry talking points that we've seen is that the onus, if NYPA is given this authority, would be on ratepayers, but this is not true. The bill is revenue neutral, and the onus to meet the CLCPA mandates is the state, it's you all. So private industry, as we've seen, will always consider their costs, their profits, their bottom lines. They're so reluctant to build anything that is not profitable, and they don't have any accounting for racial justice. And right now, New Yorkers have $2.3 billion in utility debt. With rising rents, this Con Ed rate hike, New Yorkers are in a bind. The BPRA would mandate lower utility costs to low to moderate income customers. And again, this will cost taxpayers nothing because the BPRA will be financed by NYPA's green bonds, and the revenue generated will pay for itself. And last but not least, one of the most exciting prospects of the BPRA is the creation of up to 50,000 public sector union jobs. We were in a meeting with Senator Schumer last night. Senator Schumer is he loves the BPRA. And we are aware that there are a vast array of grants and tax credits on the federal side that may be passed. We don't know. We pray for it. But we know for a fact that the federal bill does not include any labor protections like prevailing wage or union labor. The BPRA does. So we urge you to pass the BPRA as a public good and as a matter of justice. Thank you so much.